Good morning, people. My name's Corey. I'm an addict.
Wayne, addict.
Baseboard Inc. Like, share, leave a comment. Today we're talking about step 7. We're going to give a moment of silence for those who didn't wake up and those who are still smoking. All right, so we humbly ask him to remove our shortcomings. That's what step 7 is. For those who are doing step work, addicts, you know what I'm talking about. The beginning addict, you got a lot to learn about being in these streets. If you die, the street's still gonna be there. But you can change that by staying off drugs. Cause it's gonna take you to some places you ain't got no business being, people you ain't got no business being around, but you ain't gonna care. Cause you wanna get high. And it's not fun. Right now it's fun, but it ain't fun in the end. You're gonna be stuck somewhere, you're gonna be homeless, you're gonna be hearing voices, you're gonna be in a hot ass tent, homeless.
Watching people die.
All your friends are gonna die off. And you're gonna be crazy. They don't tell you that shit in the DARE program. Remember that shit in the 80s? The brain is on drugs. They don't tell you that shit. They just show you a stupid ass commercial with an egg in a frying pan. But it gets deeper than that. They ain't gonna tell you you're gonna be in prison half your life. They ain't gonna tell you that your family's gonna disown you, because you're gonna rob them. You're gonna take what's valuable and give it to the dope man. They ain't gonna tell you none of that shit. It took me 44 years to realize that I don't need to be doing drugs. I don't need to be out there in them streets. But I done been through all kinds of shit. I done been to all kinds of places. But I made it back by the grace of God. How about you, Wayne?
11 years homeless and doing drugs every day and getting sleep when I could. It's more difficult than you can imagine, and it's just not worth it.
Take your ass home. Get the fuck off them drugs.
Do community service.
Get a real fucking job.
Love yourself before you love other people.
Gotta take care of yourself, because if you can't take care of yourself, how are you gonna take care of anybody else? But in step 7, it asks God to remove your shortcomings. I had a lot of those. But I'm better now. And I'm not gonna say it's gonna be perfect in my life, because I'm a recovering addict. So I think different. I look at shit different. I see people different. Back then, they were just targets. Who can I get money from? How can I get money from my next hit?
False hopes.
How can I make the dope man happy that he'll front me a sack if I bring her some good shit? If I ain't got no money. If I don't feel like robbing nobody today or conniving somebody today to get money, how am I going to get a front and sack?
Trading and bartering stolen items. Shameful.
That's the life, though. That's the life you're going to choose. Watch. When you run out of money, you better hope that dope man's cool with you, because he ain't going to front you no sack.
Even if the dope man gives you free stuff, you'll expect it and keep expecting it. And that'll just cause bad business, lead you to unmoral things.
Which is true. But in these steps right here, it teaches you about yourself. For the addict, you know what I'm talking about. The recovering addict, you know what I'm talking about. You got to find yourself all over again. Why are you going to put yourself through that when you don't even have to go through all that? Some people don't have a choice. Some people do. But we all got choices. We all got a choice to stay clean or we can stay dirty. I've been dirty for 44 years. And I decided to clean myself up, and this is where I'm at. Talking to you. But by the grace of God, I survived a couple of incidents. And I'm not going to say I'm not going to die, but we all got to die. But while I'm here on this earth, I got to make better choices. You got to make better choices. Put them drugs down. Stop fucking with the adult man, hanging out with your friends. Go to fucking work.
Get a job.
Get a job. Make your family proud of you. Because if you don't, they're going to see you at the park. They're going to see you in the tent. And they're going to wonder where they went wrong. But I'm here to tell you today, don't do that shit. Don't put your family through what I put my family through.
Don't take them for granted.
Hanging out at night, not coming home, not calling. They won't see you for days at a time. You stink.
Causing stress, worry, concern.
Don't do that shit to your family. They love you. They may not act like it, but when you're gone out of their life for days at a time and months at a time and years at a time, they'll miss you. They may not tell you that, but they do. I can't tell my mom that I'm doing good. She's not here no more. And those are some of the things that I fucked up. Because I wanted to get high. I wanted to stay gone for months at a time. Ended up in prison, years at a time. But they ain't gonna tell you this shit at no fucking program. They ain't gonna tell you that you're gonna be crazy. They ain't gonna tell you that your friends are gonna disown you or your family's gonna disown you. They're gonna tell you that shit. They'll bring some dude out of jail and tell you not to do drugs. That ain't shit. He's talking about his life and what he been through. But this is your life.
Uniquely and individually your own.
And you can stop the madness. I've been in the madness for 44 years. No one told me shit. They tried, but I didn't listen. And you ain't gonna listen to nobody. You gotta go through this shit on your own if you're already addicted. And that's gonna be the fucked up part about it because you ain't gonna have no get back until you decided to stop doing what you're doing. And ask God to come into your life and help you. Because a human can't help you with this shit. I got an incurable disease. The only reason why I'm able to do the things that I'm doing is because of God. That's it. Ain't no explanation. You can't do no study on me or you can't figure out why I stopped doing what I'm doing. Because I asked a higher power than myself. And I've been humbled a lot. How about you, Wayne?
I'm gracious to God for every day now that I'm sober. Every day when I wasn't sober. And things are being given to me day by day, slowly but surely. And it's raising my spirit and humbling me. Now I'm not afraid to ask for help and ask for guidance and advice. When homeless, I didn't panhandle. I would just steal things and trade and barter them for pointless, senseless things that just made me more and more less myself.
That's what you're gonna do. Less and less of yourself. You don't take value in bullshit. The dope man don't even want the shit. But you holding on to it. Pushing baskets and shit down baseline in Highland. That could be you. It was me for a minute.
Screaming at a wall, shitting on a sidewalk, pissing in someone's gas filter.
Walking around with no socks on and shit. Acting like you're cool. Knowing your feet is burning. You should have some shoes on. Yelling at cars and shit for no reason. Because you're hearing and seeing shit.
That isn't there.
It's not there. It's you and your brain. And ain't no one gonna help you. You gotta help yourself. You gotta finally put that shit down, break your pipe, don't go to the dope man no more, and go ask for some help. God is always watching, He's always there. 365 days a year. He's always on call, like a doctor. And when you submit yourself to Him, He'll answer you. May not be the overnight, but He'll answer you.
In His time.
On His time. And when you're really ready to stop doing what you're doing, and things will change. These steps help. They fucking help. And you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta love yourself, believe in yourself, get your life back on track. For the addict, you know what I'm talking about. If you're doing these steps, you know what I'm talking about. You know this shit works. Go to meetings Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We hear all kinds of stories. But they made it.
Inspiring.
But you might not make it. God might have another plan for you. So get your shit together. Go home. Take a shower. Eat some food.
Brush your teeth.
Brush your fucking teeth. Change your socks. And continue your life. I had a lot of shortcomings in my life. Did that define me? Sometimes. Some shit I really wanted I couldn't get because I didn't have no fucking money. Gave it all to the dough man. But where's the dough man at now? Gone. Fucking gone.
On to the next one.
Spending my money when I could be doing the same shit for myself. But in step 7, though, you gotta ask God to remove your shortcomings. He'll remove them. And you'll see. It may not be right then and there, but it'll be there. You just gotta believe. And, man, it's a blessing. You ain't out there on the streets. You ain't homeless. It's 100 and some fucking degrees out here. You want to be in a tent smoking dope? That shit ain't cool.
It's not worth it.
Take it from us, we know. Been out there in them streets. Been in those tents. Been smoking dope.
It ain't getting better.
Shit'll fucking kill you. Got fentanyl in it. And I lost a couple people to that shit. Young people, too. Old people. This shit's worse than COVID. This shit will fucking put your shit in the dirt. Then you really be talking to God. Trying to convince Him not to send you to hell. But nowadays, I got a chance. I got a chance to wake up and stay clean. Gotta ask Him to put God first in my life and ask Him to help me with shit. Can't do this on my own. What about you?
Yeah, you have to ask God and put your pride aside and allow Him to intervene with you, help you, encourage you, give you strength, and you have to seek guidance. You can't just expect it and do nothing and expect it. You got to put the work in to get the work out. And God's always there. He's willing and able to help us. You just want to be against Him when you're doing drugs, and just allow yourself to deviate from the things you need to do, the things that help you love yourself and love others. Asking people shouldn't be so hard. It isn't. But when you're in your addiction, it could be more than difficult. At times, I look at people that I would ask and feel pity before even speaking to them, feel less than. And now I have no fear of walking up to anybody and starting a conversation or asking a question, and I allow God to move me through my life sober.
There it is. Because drugs will isolate you. You may think you're having fun with your friends and shit, being at the club, hanging out, doing whatever you're doing. But at the end of this shit, you're going to be by yourself. By your fucking self. And how you going to manage that shit? You need a higher power. You need something in your life to tell you that you'll be alright and that you can move forward with your life. Because if you don't, then there's always hell. Been to hell and back a gang of times.
No place to be.
Hell no. Physical hell is fucked up. Because the devil don't give a fuck. He will keep you there as long as he can. Until you want to kill yourself. Then he really got you.
Yeah, forever.
So you pick. Drugs or a better life. Because at first it was just drugs. Fuck a better life. I want to get high. Now, is I choose life. And what that looks like is me waking up clean, changing my clothes, taking showers, brushing my teeth, got a little job. That's what it looks like, a better life. Versus robbing people, going to prison, hanging out, smoking dope.
Insanity.
For 44 years. Insane as fuck. But you couldn't tell me shit. Because my disease is like, fuck these people. They don't know what you're talking about. Go get that next high. Go rob this person. Go do this. Go do that. Get the money. Get the bag. But that's not the case anymore. Fuck the bag. Fuck the money. I'd rather wake up clean than have to worry about the cops coming to get my ass. And I'm doing my step work and I figure out who I am. With the grace of God, I'm here talking to you. And I feel good about that shit. Not ducking and dodging and not owning the dope, man. That shit makes me feel good and I can buy shit now.
Without constant paranoia. And
Looking over my shoulder and shit. Fuck all that.
yeah, unhealthy way of living.
Who wants to live like that?
Want.
I'd rather be inside at 7 o'clock planning my next day if I wake up. You only wake up by the grace of God, that's it. There ain't no other explanation. You can't go to school for this shit. These are life experiences. Being homeless, and then moving into a house or apartment or whatever, going through some trauma, going through some drama. This shit ain't in no textbooks. This is real life experience shit. Watching people die, people overdosing. You can't put that shit in no textbook. You can't read about this shit. You could, but what is it to you?
Won't have the same effect.
You gotta live through this shit. And if you're a beginning addict, man, put that shit down. That shit is not gonna do anything good for you. And if you're listening to rappers and movie stars and shit, that ain't your fucking life. Your life is where you're at right now. Put that fucking blunt down. Go get a job. Take a shower. Brush your teeth and shit.
Be a productive member of society.
Whatever that looks like. You won't be in jail. You won't go to prison. You won't kill anybody. Working out, you'll be too tired to do anything else because you at work. Honest money. And that's just what the steps do. You act like you can't recover, but you can. You can always ask for help. God will help you. But you got to be willing to do the work. If you put in work for the streets, then you can put in work for your life and try to make it better.
Amen.
Not everybody can do this shit. It's hard staying clean. I got to fight with a demon every day that wakes up and tells me, hey, go get high, go do this, go do that. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to do this podcast. I'm going to stay at this house. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to go do what I need to do. And then I ask God to help me contain the monster. The monster that tells me to go do all this shit. Because it's a thought. One fucking thought can fuck up my whole fucking life again. Another 44 years in and out of prison, robbing and jacking people. I ain't trying to do that shit no more.
For what?
For nothing.
False hope.
I ain't getting shit out of it but jail time and prison. But these steps right here, I have to get on my knees and ask God to help me. Help me be a better person. Help me love. Help me be of service. And it's cool. You should go. Before you be up in prison for the rest of your fucking life because they ain't playing. Or strike your ass out in a heartbeat.
And there goes all your opportunities.
You can be clean and sober in prison. How does that look?
With no room to progress.
In a cell with some other dude that don't want to be sober. That's all they talk about in prison, what they used to do. I talk about that shit too, but I got out and changed. Because I don't want to do that shit no more. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about good food, nice clothes, my job, and the people I encounter day to day, and thanking God that I am clean, that I can wake up, that I can look at myself in the mirror. It feels good. It feels good to do that shit. Versus not sleeping, up for days, homeless, hungry, same clothes, don't want to let you eat, losing all my weight. You pick what you want to go through. Because if you don't pick, the drug will pick for you. The disease will pick for you. And it's always going to win if you let it. I let it win for 44 years. I let that shit control my fucking life. But not no more. I found an A. I do my step work. And I ask God to keep them at bay. That's all you can do is keep them at bay. Because once that thought get in your head, oh, I need to go get high, then you gone. How you feel?
That need is just a want. It's just a smoke screen. You just want to deflect and avoid confrontation and progression, and it'll be there long after you're gone, and it won't change. The actual power comes from within, and God helping you change your will, your ableness, your choices. If you choose to do what you need to do, good things will come to you. And if you're idle and not progressive, the devil will just take advantage of you because you're willing to give it up. I'm sober today, and I'm appreciative and grateful for small things that in my addiction I took advantage of and neglected. Now I'm able to enjoy moments that used to seem small and puny. Now they're beautiful. Each little moment is a special moment, which is a part of a big moment. And living sober, I'm able to remember things in a better light instead of regretting or not doing things. Today, I have a full schedule, and I feel proud to wake up. I feel a holy strive to do better now that I'm sober, to keep being sober, to progress in life.
To progress, move forward. Put no fucking drugs down. 2 addicts right here telling you that it ain't gonna be fun at the end. It started off fun, but it ain't fun no more. It ain't fun when your family disowns you, when your friends kick you to the curb, when you're in a fucking cell.
Everybody dies around you, and you're alone. Once you decide to be sober, then there's no one to share it with.
I got my immediate family, that's it. By the grace of God, it's stayed in my life through all the bullshit I put them through. Picked up a couple of friends. But my immediate friends, they ain't nowhere fucking around. But that's okay. Because I'm in these steps. I know who I am. I know where I want to go. I know who I want to be when I grow up. Because at first, that shit blinds you. You don't know who you want to be. You don't know what you want to do. You just want to get high. Fuck everything else. And it's fucked up. And no one gonna care when they see you at the park yelling at yourself, at other people, at shit that ain't there. You gotta help yourself. Step 7 talks about pain and misery. That's all it's gonna give you is pain and misery. It's a gateway drug to your pain and misery. You may not see it because you want to get high, but when you sober up, when you're in a fucking jail cell and you sober up, you're gonna figure it out. It might take a while, but you'll figure it out. If that's in your plans with God, if that's what God has in store for you, you'll figure it out. It may take a minute. It took me 44 years to figure this shit out. No one told me shit. They tried, but I didn't listen. I wish I would have listened.
I wish I would have listened.
That's all it is, listening, taking suggestions. Ain't no one trying to run your life. They're trying to see you not go down the same path. But you'll go down there anyway, because you want to get high. And that's where it's going to take you, to the depths of hell. Hoping you make it back. I hope you make it back. Because if you don't, then that's where you're going to be for the rest of your fucking life. And if you die down there, you're stuck down there. But step 7, asking God to remove your shortcomings. He will. But you got to do the work too. You got to put in the fucking work. Just like you put in the work to go get that money for the dope man, you got to put in that work to go get your life back. And it's going to be a long fucking road. But you'll make it if you decide to stop now. For the addict, you know what I'm talking about. You know how long that journey is. It ain't just months or weeks or days. Nah, this shit is years. Years away from your family, years away from their cooking, years away from your bed. They ain't been home in years.
From a better you, a better life.
And you just want to be out here in the streets. Because when you die, the streets stay the same. They're just looking for another sucker. Baseboard Inc. Like, leave, share, comment. Tell me how you feel. Watch the videos and help yourself. We out.